Well, hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at, once again, from the Transformers 1 line, and we're going to be doing that for a while. This is the Walmart exclusive Ultimate Energon Optimus Prime. Now, this is a Walmart exclusive in the US. I believe it's going to be a Toys R Us exclusive in Japan, which might mean that it's also going to be a Toys R Us exclusive in Canada. Not sure about that last one, but this was just revealed as a Toys R Us exclusive in Japan. This is along the lines in the vein of the Mega Changer we just looked at, but this has a little bit more articulation. It has a little bit more going on for it. This is called the Ultimate Energon because, as you can see, there is the forearms are basically molded in the translucent green plastic. He has a translucent green Energon axe, and the figure does have light piping here in the back of the head. But it is also, as you can also see from the back and the sides, on the bit of the hollow side. But you do actually have quite a bit of articulation, which I think is kind of cool. You know, you can get some good poses out of it. It does even have a little bit of a ankle pivot, so that's not bad. So there you can get Optimus ready for battle. Few things here in robot mode as I bring it back to a neutral state. First off, right along, you can remove the axe, and there are two posts in the back, and you can store the axe in either post. If you want, I guess you can fold the axe back if you don't want it showing over the shoulder, but it's not really shown that way in the instructions. And if I'm being honest, I really don't know why uh, it's there. Well, the fold is there for the axe, but I mean, this is a very nice looking prime, and I think we're going to be taking a look at a lot of primes from Transformers One. Um, Now, oh, and one other thing to show you in robot mode, you want to come here and flip up the chest. Rhyme does have a very nice matrix of leadership that is done in the same translucent green plastic with a little bit of the gold. It is removable. It comes detached in the packaging, but it does peg in there so you can store it there and it's not going to fall out. So there is that. So, yeah, how about we just get right into the transformation? Now, I'm going to show you a bit of a variation that I do that I think makes it a little bit easier to do some of the transforming. First thing you want to do is it involves the axis. You want to come down here between the legs, and there's a hole right there that the axe will peg into, and then you're going to peg the legs together, straighten out the ankles, just like that. The reason I do this now is because it does make it a little bit easier uh, when handling the legs, which we're going to see in a second. So the second step is you want to come back here, rotate Optimus's head around, and then it's going to rotate all the way around and it'll fold up right here. There's actually no locking point for this panel. So that is kind of weird, but what are you going to do? The next step is you want to come in here and raise the chest. Now, this is kind of interesting because right now the chest is securing these two tabs as well as being locked in here on the bottom. Raising the chest will now allow you to uh, untab the arms from this tab right here and bring them down just like so. Once that's done, we're going to close the chest up again, and now that will snap into place with that tab right there at the bottom. Once that is done, what you want to do is come into the back here, and you're going to pull away from the cod piece, and that will allow the hips to come down on that inner hinge. Now, now this is one of the reasons why I had us bring the bring the uh, legs together first. Move that out of the way. Is because it's a little easier to handle. Because now what you're going to do is rotate right there at the what would be the waist section. Now, unfortunately, there is no waist articulation in robot mode, and just go ahead and continue to bring the arms down and around just like that, just to get them out of the way, because that does lock up. But now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the waist up here at the hip, and this The axe blade does kind of block this, but as you're folding it up, you want to fold it up so it's like 90 degrees. And as you're doing that, you're going to bring it back down into place here on the side. And just like that. And there are little tab sections here that are going to lock on the what with the arm hinges that'll hold that into place, and then just bring it up like so. And you know what? I think I just realized why my way is wrong. Separate that. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Folks, I made a terrible mistake informing you to peg the legs together first. The reason you don't want to do that is there is a tab right there at the hip joint that has to go over um, the leg like so. Yeah, I didn't notice it before. I do apologize. So at this point, you can put the axe in and peg the legs together. And now what we're going to do with the arms is make sure they're pegged in here at the front, rotate them around so that the red forearm bits are facing upward. And there are two tab sections, posts here. One right there on the arm joint, and then a tab on the forearm that will go into the side of the leg. And we just do that. Boy, I really do feel silly about that. I didn't catch that before. I mean, it really didn't affect the vehicle mode all that much. And just make sure this is pegged in like that. And there you have the figure in its vehicle mode. Rolls very nicely. Unfortunately, the feet do stick out. Um, but hey, the feet stick out and the hands stick out. But what are you going to do at this price point? One thing I will say, this is the third figure I've handled where the axe stores between the legs. This is by far the easiest way to get that locked up. And, this does look like um, the movie design. Oh, and I should mention, the packaging strictly says this is Optimus Prime. I don't know if that was a Walmart thing that they wanted to make sure this sold, because again, I'm under the theory we're seeing that dual labeling because a lot of the mainstream audience doesn't recognize the name Optimus Prime. So, yeah, that's actually really, I mean, I like it. It's really cool. Now, let me show you how to get back into robot mode. First, unpeg the forearms, come in here, unpeg the shoulders. You can angle them down a little, just like so. Rotate the forearms so they're facing normally. At this point, come to the back here, ignore everything I've ever said. Open the legs, remove the axe. Now what you're going to do is unpeg the arm joints from uh, the hips there, and that'll allow you to push it up. And then, really when you come back down, that'll help lock it in. That helps lock into place. But really, if you need a little help getting it started, you can push right there. So swing this all the way up. That will let you swing the arms down, swing the legs down, rotate them at that waist piece. But you can also now see what I was talking about, that the legs like to move around a little. So once you have that done, go ahead, bring this back up into place. That'll snap into place just like so. Uh, Swing the arms back just so you can get ready to bring them into position for the robot mode. Open up this chest piece, bring them up just like so. Obviously, while you're rotating them on the hinge, rotate them at the arm joint there. And like I said, there's a tab there and a slot right where my thumb is on both sides that will just friction into place just like so. And then close the chest plate. And then you can see from here, it secures here. And then it's those little nubbins on those arm joints. So finally, to finish this off, flip up Prime's head. That will soft friction into place and stay there and rotate the head around. So Yep, I'm digging it. I like this figure. Give him the axe. I'm not worried about the clear plastic breaking since it's not on any load bearing joints. Just be careful taking the axe in and out of the hand. But I think this actually, the color scheme works out pretty nice. You know, you got a little swivel here. I mean, this is actually a really nice Transformers 1 uh, action figure, Optimus Prime. And I gotta say, I think this is my favorite of the ones we've looked at thus far. And believe me, I got more coming. So we're going to see. But yeah, I think that's about it. So without further ado, how about we come back for some final thoughts? I don't know in the studio series if we're going to get an Optimus Prime of this size. I mean, I actually think this is a little bit smaller than the Mega Changer, but it's a little more articulated, and I think a little more fun to transform. Um, if we do get something like this in the studio series, I hope it's not overly complicated. One thing I do want to mention, having looked at the Studio Series Deluxe, uh, the Prime Changer, Optimus, and this figure, I noticed they all share a similar step in bringing the shoulders down around front and securing them into place along the side, and then either folding the arms up into the back or securing the arms along the side of the back of the truck or what would be the legs. Just a little bit there. I mean, they all do it a little differently from one another, so I think it's kind of interesting to observe and see, but that's just me. Now, as I mentioned, this is a Walmart exclusive. It is available on their website now. There's also going to be an Energon Glow Bumblebee that's, I think, has a light up feature. If not, it's going to be the same type of concept here with the translucent plastic. There's also going to be a like one of like a vinyl figure, like those 6-inch 5 points of articulation figures that are like shampoo bottles. But this one is going to have a matrix, and you're going to be able to change the the head from Orion Pax to Optimus Prime. And there'll be like a difference in the chest, I think. That should be those I have not seen yet. And who knows? By the time I'm done recording this, they can be going up. The Target exclusives were going up what like in one each concurrent day. So there's that. But this is available now. It's going to be a Toys R Us exclusive in Japan. Canada, I'm not sure. I think you guys have Walmart. I really don't remember, but definitely keep an eye out for it. I think this is something fun. Um, definitely, I think fans of all ages will be able to get something out of this. And man, there's a lot of Optimus Prime toys in the Transformers One line. So, yeah, we've got more to do. So, if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. As I'm adding in now, for those of you who are new to the channel and are here just for the Transformers 1 reviews, please do subscribe. You do miss out on certain benefits that I think only subscribers to my channel can see. Like I put up a post with a poll. You could vote on the next figure. Also, we do have a little bit of fun here, and I like to show you different figures and toys from around the world. But it also does help with the algorithm, and that's a big thing. 83 to 88% of my views come from non-subscribed viewers, and that really screws up the algorithm and having my channel promoted. If you also want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like this to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't afford the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous Sunday. So I think that's about it. Once again, this is your old pal Chuck for Ultimate Energon Optimus Prime. We will see you next time.